Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you how to install this 36-inch electric cooktop in this space right here. Alright, so with 36-inch cooktops, or cooktops in general, electric cooktops, it doesn't actually require a whole lot of tools. For my installation here, what I'm going to primarily be using is some wire cutters, and then possibly a Phillips screwdriver or a Phillips drill is all you really need to complete this installation. There's not too much, like I said, as far as tools, and your cooktop should be packaged with a few things that you want to look for when you take it out of the box. I'll start with pointing out it's going to come with like an installation tape, this stuff right here. So the different brands might have a different version of this, but this is going to be used during the preparation of the cooktop. It goes on the bottom side of the cooktop. You're also going to get with your cooktop some mounting brackets and the screws for the mounting brackets. This particular cooktop, this is what they look like. Don't necessarily be looking for these mounting brackets. Every cooktop brand model may have a slight variation of that, but these are also going to be, I'm going to show you where those go during the preparation of the cooktop. And as far as materials, that's probably all you're going to see from an installation perspective that's going to be needed. The only other thing that you'll need in addition to that is you're going to need like a squeeze connector. I'll show you what I got here. It's a 1/2-inch squeeze connector. This right here is going to attach to the pigtail coming off the end of the cooktop. So I'll show you what I picked up. It's just a 1/2-inch squeeze connectors, and then also some wire nuts. So that's to go ahead and mount the or wire up the cooktop. All right, so that kind of gives you a little bit of what to look for, and I'm going to go ahead and just dive right into preparing this unit for. Just to show you how easy this is. Actually, pretty simple install. I'm gonna go ahead, what I did is I elevated this cooktop with a blanket, as you can see here, but as I'm gonna turn this over on its top side, and it's gonna be fine because what I'm trying to avoid is making sure that we don't apply any pressure to if your cooktop has knobs, or it may or may not have knobs like this one. So a lot of the newer ones today you see are just a flat surface. But if your cooktop does have knobs, avoid putting pressure on them. Like if you're going to turn it over on its front side, you're going to lay on that, just try to elevate it as I'm doing here. You'll see I'm just going to flip this over, and you can see that the knobs are not going to touch. They're just going to be lifted off. So just to point that out there. The first thing that I'm going to show you, I had already prepared this unit, but I just wanted to show you basically what we got. This is the insulation tape. So you're going to wrap it around about 1/8 of an inch from the edge all the way around the unit. Give or take, some brands have different framing, so don't quote me on the 1/8 of an inch. You're going to want to check your manual to verify exactly how far in it's needed to protect the cooktop. But that's basically what you do. You're going to wrap it around the bottom edge of the glass top. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and show you during this part is go ahead and add the squeeze connector. So that simply just goes over top of your wires here, and then boom, and then you just tighten down that screw. So you could remove this, because then I'll show you in a further step, in the next step, where that goes. But I'm going to go ahead and just secure that there. Just tighten that down. I'll use a Phillips screwdriver just to get a couple extra turns here. So just tighten that down. That's just going to hold this conduit line in place once you feed it into your electrical box. And then the other thing we are going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start the mounting brackets on the bottom side. So you got these 4 here, and you can see where they already have the spaces for where they go. You got one here, and it's got like the nuts already pre-installed for the screw nut there, the set screw. And then you got, like I said, there's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one there. And then this simply, what it's gonna do, once you attach it here, you're gonna be, what happens is, as you put it, secure it, it basically puts pressure on the bottom of the countertop to prevent the unit from sliding around. So I'll go ahead and show you how I'm gonna attach these. You're simply gonna just start it at this stage because you wanna be able to move these around. So I'll show you. I'm just gonna go here, just go ahead and start the screw, just so it doesn't fall. It holds it in place, but then I wanna move it out of the way so that the unit actually fits into my space. So I'm not gonna tighten it down now, just boom, I get it started, move that out of the way. I'm just gonna do that all the way around. Same thing. That's it. And the last one here. Boom. Like I said, don't tighten it down yet because you need to be able to have these move, loose. So as you go into the space, they're not in the way, preventing you from going in. So pretty much it's that easy. Your cooktop is now prepped to prep for installation. You got your insulation, you got the mounting screws, you got the squeeze connector on your line. The only other thing that I'll point out is that the manufacturer does also recommend that you install like aluminum tape around the edge. So we went ahead and did that already. So there's just some aluminum tape around the edge as well. And that is it. So now we can just dive right into the installation. All right, so let's just go ahead and, after you've prepared everything, we're gonna go ahead and I'll show you. This simply just drops right in to your space, and then I'll show you the connections from there as well. So the easiest way to set this in without, just crushing your fingers or obviously possibly causing any damage to your top is drop one side in, and then I usually like to just hold it up. And if it's possible, if you have a hand helping you, great. Otherwise, if not, just as you're here, just reach it down from underneath, put a little pressure just to kind of allow it to fall softly. And then that's that. So it's that simple. The unit is now in place. From here, what we're gonna do is the only thing left for installation is gonna be wiring the cooktop into that junction box, and then securing the cooktop in place using the mounting brackets that we installed on the bottom side of the cooktop. So I'll go ahead and show you that now. But before I do, this video is definitely intended more to demonstrate how to install a cooktop, not necessarily giving you electrical advice. So please, if you're not comfortable with this, is 220 power, we do recommend hiring an electrician for this portion of the video. So it's that easy to install a cooktop. It's that simple. As you can see now, we're just wiring the unit and then just securing the unit in place. But this electrical portion, obviously, I'm just going to show you. It's just based on existing electrical, but it is pretty straightforward. You're going to have, this particular cooktop has 3 wires, a green ground wire, and then a black and a red hot wire. And we have exactly that here. And you can see that the ground wire, the bare ground, is grounded to the box. We're going to secure that with this bare wire to the green. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach the black with the black and the red with the red. So I'll go ahead and do that. One of the things that I'm going to go ahead and just fill you in on, if you do decide to go ahead and wire yours in, just put the wires together as close as you can, and then use the wire nut itself to go ahead and actually make a secure connection. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. All right, that's done. As you can see, we're all wired in. Typically and I didn't really mention it, I assumed it's known, but obviously make sure prior to doing any of that, your circuit breaker was turned off. But I'm gonna go ahead, this is a testing area that we use, so conveniently my breaker is right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the power on before I actually mount it. This is for my cooktop, and I'm go ahead and power it on. So my cooktop is now turned on. Great, no sparks. We must have did something right. And now the final step is going to be the brackets that I pointed out for securing the unit on the bottom side. Simply, all you're going to do is just turn it. It's a hard angle to show you, but you're simply going to just turn it so that the one end is under the cooktop or the countertop itself, and just tighten it down to apply pressure. And that will prevent the unit from sliding in place. So that's really the final step as far as the installation goes. Let's go ahead and just make sure that I wired it correctly, and you can see that we got power here. As you can see, let's put it on high. So they're high. You can see the lights, the indicator lights showing that we got power. But in just a second, I'll show you how much juice we got. And you can see they're all turning red. So we're in business. That's how you, more than likely following those steps, you should be able to install any cooktop, electric cooktop, not necessarily just a 36-inch, 30-inch, 36-inch, pretty standard process when it comes to what I just showed you. Once again, this is not intended to show you how to do electrical work by any means. I'm not an electrician. I'm just an appliance installer, and I'm really demonstrating the installation of a cooktop. So I really hope this video helps. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. If you have something a little different, but most importantly, like and subscribe for more.